I have been alcohol free today for 90 days and 40 days caffeine free. Now, has any of this changed my life? No. What are you, stupid? My name is Alex. I'm a failed actor, failed professional wrestler, and a moderately successful YouTuber, and today is monumental for me. 3 days. Not a drop of booze, nothing. And also, I decided to do 40 days caffeine. I wanted to do the caffeine video separate as its own thing because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where it says, oh, I tried 30 days no caffeine. Here's what happened. I tried 30 days of running every day. Here's what happened. And I think it's a good concept to bring people in. And I should have done it on the 30 days, but I was too lazy / too busy. Got a lot of stuff going on, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I guess I should just describe my experience here. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I wasn't as dependent. I just feel a constant state of being flat. No excitement, really. Having very little to look forward to. And I have my placebo effect. This is decaf coffee. I've also started drinking tea, Earl Grey hot.
Tea, Earl Grey hot.
And some other ones, chamomile. All decaf versions, all in hopes to slow my bladder down a bit, and which it has. I've reduced it down to about every 2 hours, sometimes 3 or 4 on a good day, but I've incorporated a lot more stretching, breathing, and all that to try to live like a normal human being. But for anyone who's struggling for inspiration and all that, I can't provide that. You have to do it for you. You can see things that draw inspiration from, but that inspiration is only going to get you out of the door and maybe the first day. And then once real life starts happening, stress, job, finances, blah, 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 that inspiration is going to start to fade. And you have to have determination. You have to be strict. You have to be disciplined. That's the word I was looking for, disciplined. I've taken a cold shower every day, just about, for the past month, 2 months. Very short. I started off with 5 seconds, and now I'm up to, I think I made it to 75 today. And I hate my life. Every morning I do it. Every single morning. I dread it. I sit in the bathroom for about a minute, just saying, just get it over with. And those thoughts do exist. They creep in. And listen to them. Don't listen to and follow through with what they're saying, but allow those thoughts to exist. They're going to happen. Sit there, acknowledge it, think about it, and then don't think about it. Just get in. It sucks. Every morning I wish I had some actual caffeine, but instead I have this cold shower and it wakes me up. It's great. You should try it. It's wonderful. So I don't want this video to only be 2 minutes or however long it's been. Hopefully I'm close to accurate to that, but probably not. I guess I should give a life update per se. You're going to be seeing Kirk, me as Captain Kirk, quite soon. I've got some very exciting bookings out of state, and I might even fly for wrestling for the first time ever. So that is absolutely wonderful. And plus playing a character from One Piece that I saw, I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. So I'll have to do some acting research for that so I can accurately portray this character and do it justice. So I'm very excited because I call myself a veiled independent wrestler, to which I am. I wrestle less than once a month. But every now and then there's ups and downs. There's always ups and downs. You can always bounce back. And I just keep slipping down, down, and down. I got this new butt pad. Makes it more comfortable. I've had this laptop chair for years. Back when Josh and I were doing virtual recording for the channel, I was sitting on this chair, and it's been sitting in his basement because we stopped doing virtual, and he got brand new chairs for his basement that we've been recording with, and it's great. And even new chairs for his new house. But I got this chair back because I got my own desk here, and I wanted to start editing for myself, and I think this chair is falling apart. I'm going to have to buy a new one soon. But I guess I'll show you really quick my whole setup here. Hopefully my camera doesn't die because I'm using one of those dummy chargers. But I don't think it's an official Sony one because I move it wrong in the one way and it's just battery's dead. So let's see what happens. I got this new desk light here, which very simply clasps my desk there. Got my Mac, got my monitor for streaming, got my Elgato mic for when I'm streaming or recording something for the channel. Got my disk drive, hard drive. Got a present there for Josh at the bottom right. PS5 is back there. Got my Elgato, and boom. So yeah, that's about it. Very limited space, but I'm doing my best. Not drinking, I'm having more drive to do things. I would just come home and drink and relax and figured, oh, I've done enough today. I went to work, I recorded, I don't need to do anything else. But now, having so much free time and feeling guilty for enjoying and the pleasures of life, uh, besides caffeine and alcohol, I do like to eat bad once a week, sometimes more, because, oh well, I've been lifting for 15 years. I think I've hit my natty max, unless I start taking steroids. And I don't think me getting on steroids is going to help my wrestling career, nor can I afford to have a doctor monitor my progress or hire a coach for my training, hire a coach for my food. That's just not in the cards right now. So I'm just going to deal with my mid physique until I die. But what was I saying? But I'm trying to improve my productivity, and I guess we'll go into real life stuff because fuck it. Why not? So I have a pretty decent job. It's all right. I won't go into the details on what it is, but they provide health insurance and they're a large company. And in my job, the guy before me had a senior position and then he was let go. So I'm like, oh, it's my turn for the senior position. And then the company decided they're not going to hire for any more new positions or pay me to do this position. So I'm doing the work of this position pretty much, but not being compensated the same as the guy before me. And there's people at my job who started the same day as me or afterwards who are making more money than me because they've gotten senior positions in their area. And of course, cost of living always goes up and people are hired on that cost of living wage. So people who are hired a year or more after me are making pretty much the same as what I'm making. And I don't know, I think it's a little unfair. I know after seeing The Color Purple, I said I would never complain about anything again. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, so I've started taking an online course for a new field of work. And I'm thinking about going back to school, going back to college. I am just a high school graduate, an average student. I did the bare minimum to get by because I wanted to become a professional wrestler. There was no job that college could provide for me, I thought. But as I'm getting older, and as an adult, I'm 30 and more than halfway through my life. I want, I just want that accolade of a college degree. I don't care if it's a 2 years associates. I'm just tired of filling out paperwork or anything and just putting high school graduate. I feel like I'm in a good place, good with money now to get a degree in something. I don't know for what, but I want one. Just for myself, and you never know with the YouTube, social media stuff. Josh and we just finished season 5 of TNG, and then we're going to start season 6 in DS9, and I can't help but feel that everything after that, everything's going to decrease, and I'm afraid we've already capped out. I fear for that every day. I mean, we have a great community on Patreon, but as soon as we stray more and more from the golden years, I can't help but wonder what's going to happen. We tried to recruit other people in with other shows, Battlestar Galactica, other genres like horror, and it might start off strong and then it just flats out. But Star Trek being the one consistent, and the more people don't like my opinions on films or episodes, it just keeps going down and down. But also things are up. I'm trying to remain optimistic, but I was always all in. Okay, I'm going to go all in on pro wrestling. I'm going to go all in on acting. I'm going to go all in on this YouTube channel. But I don't want to live in an apartment for the rest of my life. I said I would never buy a house. I always said this, but the more I think about it, I think I do want to buy a house someday. I don't want to pay rent until I die, but I don't know. I don't know what to do, but just one day at a time. So that's a life update. So is it worth it to be sober and caffeine free? I guess. I mean, I still go to work, still pay my bills, just a little less happy. No, things are good. Things are okay. And just keep going. I wish I had something more motivational and inspiring to say here, but it's just life.